guys. Let me share on reply to that guy and hold on. And then
let me open up my laptop and join from there.
Sounds good. And try to put okay. And then hold on, let me share as street link. Post one more time. I really need to be more professional with my stream.
Like, how long are you gonna stream? Basically, is it like a 3-hour, 4-hour thing?
I'm probably gonna stream for like 2 hours, and you can leave halfway through. I don't care. I'm going to start my.
Hold on, let me pull up my laptop.
Start my stream. Building Boomer Bill.net. Okay, guys.
Wait, don't start yet. Don't start yet.
Well, it's already started.
Did you start recording?
It started streaming, but no one's on there. I can clip it out the recording.
That's fine. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Going to apps. Going to. Okay. There's all my apps. Okay. Go to Boomer Bill. Do a git clone. Do it, cd, globally to dev, apps, Boomer Bill, npm run, frontend, npm run dev, npm run dev. Okay, I'll be right back. Make sure that door's closed.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, back.
Wait up, don't start yet.
Okay. Let's see, how many people are... You know, you can't share on Instagram, that's sad.
Watch 6 and then you die. No.
Okay, when my sugar is low, I cannot type. Save my life.
You're diabetes.
I know. Well, I'm also building a local open source blood sugar tracking app that's going to have a local AI assistant and all that stuff. I'm going to be building that live too. And I'm going to build that because, you know, I don't really like how Tmux, okay, then cd front end, and dev.
All right. Well, looks like. Do you have your insulin ready?
Yeah, I already took it. Okay. So today, let's just write these specs.
Can you share your screen while doing it, or what's the?
I have the stream. I am very, very new to streaming. So let's just. I have 2 windows set up. Let's see if I can move that over there. And then, I don't want that over there. Wrong thing I want. And that over there.
How's your mom doing?
It's good. Let's not talk about family on the stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nothing.
No. The screen's still on.
Yeah, no. No. Let's just do device. Not devices. Share a window, share a screen, make selection, that selection, sharing. Wrong screen. Share entire screen. Okay, that's the problem. My primary screen is. Share a window. Okay, I'm just gonna share my terminal. Share application, share window, make selection, my Linux terminal. There we go. Now you can follow my glorious Linux terminal workflow in Discord. Oh, it was the right. Oh, I'm retarded. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I am genuinely confused about my settings. Okay, there we go. Okay, one UV. Yes, I'm using UV. VNV. Source. VNV bin activate. UV. Okay. UV init. Okay, we're going to create a repository. Main.py. I try to use Django. I mean, I like using Django, but I also would like to play around with fast API or stuff. But no, I'm going to use Django because I know I'm going to use what I know. So UV add Django REST framework Joser, and what else we need to add? Right now, I'm not going to monetize this at all. So, there we go. Django admin start project. Oh yeah, I need that. I need it in this directory. Core. Add core. Initialize setting up Django backend. Yeah, I typed too fast. Okay. Core.
That's what Autism do, right?
Off ADD2. UV. Sorry, no. So Django admin start app user. I'm gonna okay, so the users app. No, hold on. Start app was one word. Yeah. Start app users. And then boomers. Adding basic backend structure. And the reason why I'm not using AI is because I actually like programming. And the AI has a tendency to do really dumb stuff. And
Yeah.
It is good for certain things. Like, I have to admit, I've forgotten how to write tests in Django test framework. So if I want to keep it Django test framework native, I could probably create an AI test framework agent just to handle the kind of stuff I don't remember. So,
right.
Let's go into cores and settings. We need to add. Do we have an app stuff? Yeah, we have a boomers and we have a users. So we need to go and add. In the core, we need to add users. We need to add in the settings file. Install an app. So let's see. Users. And then we install boomers. And before that, we need our Django REST framework dependencies. So Joser. And also before we have Joser, we need REST framework. Okay. Also, we need to have our. For now, we'll just use SQLite because all we need for now. Eventually, we'll migrate this over to Postgres because Postgres is better. Or, you know what? I'm gonna try to just keep this on a 5-star month Linux VPS so I can just use the Postgres database. That would be the cheapest thing to do. So I'll Dockerize it and use Joser for the authentication, but throw it on my VPS, because why not? Because VPSs are cheap for now. Might as well got that deal with the VPS. Okay. Off screen, I'm going to have my Joser docs, because I don't remember the syntax for Joser. Okay. Oh, let me send the other friends to join the stream. Started the stream. Blah blah blah. Yeah, like apparently the average stream only has 5 people.
Hey.
Yeah. Streaming. Building. Bills. Backend. I'm gonna mute my phone so I can share the stream being live with the family chat. So hopefully I get at least, you know, people joining the stream, because why not? Oh, I just need 6 people to be technically above average, day 1. So, Joe, let's throw in Mike, Polish Mike.
Yep.
I'll just throw in all the mics. I'll throw in that mic. Yeah, Mike. So hopefully I get actual people on the stream. That'd be funny. And then, okay, don't need that. I need the Joser docs, because I'm really just going to use blah blah blah. No. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way, reading the docs. Oh, Joey's on the stream. Joey,
Really?
giving you a shout out. Oh, cool. I actually, yeah, the stream rules, we're just going to avoid things like politics, but we will keep economics as a allowed thing as related to tech. Chat.
I mean, yeah, politics we can avoid, but economics is I think.
Well,
if it's related to economics, but it's slightly political. What do you think?
I would say we should keep the anything that I want the stream to grow, and I want a lot of people, not just autistic people, but just people in general, be able to follow the stream. And if it's on topic, we'll go with the old internet rules. Only talk about the stream, and if it's a side topic, you have to keep it related to the stream.
Yeah.
And we'll just go for that. And if it causes issues, we ban the person, and then, I don't know, set new rules.
Right.
That sounds good. Oh, it's... I have... Oh, yeah, we just... If we just use the default... Oh, okay, we just... Go to URLs. Okay, we're going to have a... I want to talk about coffee on this stream. That's a good suggestion. But I want to talk about code coffee inserts. How about that? The certifications were all studied for the coffee we're drinking. I got cold brew. And tech. That sounds like a good stream rule. Joey, you're a genius.
I was wondering, what coffee do you like?
I like, well, a lot of coffee. I'm a coffee addict. So API slash... What?
I'm more like, yeah, I'm a latte guy.
You're a latte guy. V1.
Yeah, I'm a latte guy. It's like, I need milk in my coffee, or else I just don't feel like the need to drink it.
That's understandable. And then there's going to be user, boomers slash URL. And black coffee. Oh, Joey likes black coffee. And then off, and that's going to be, what does the doc say? Joser.urls. So we got auth set up in theory. Okay, control B 0. Okay, that's the front end going. Control B 1. That's my control B C. Status. Okay, I'll have to then backend source.env bin activate core python manage.py to see if the server runs. Run server. I have a spell check somewhere. Again, the problem with using AI too much,
yeah,
you get used to the REST framework. Like literally, the backend doesn't have to be this complicated. Oh. UV. UV add. Vim core settings. Core ls. Vim settings. What the hell? What did I do? Core Settings. Settings. Why is... Did I break...
What was it?
I broke the settings file somehow.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm new to using UV. And UV did something stupid. Okay, yeah. Well, hey, let's... For every solution, there is a problem. You see, this is why I use Git. But that didn't require me to remember a Git command. I probably will remember it, but I am not remembering it at the moment. So go to Core, go to Settings. Waha. Copy. Settings. Don't know how that got deleted. Okay. We're just going to assume something really silly happened, and my fat fingers did something. Okay. Now let's just make sure our restaurant works out. Aha! I did it dumb. Oh yeah, Joey's saying to RMRF the whole directory to fix my computer. Joey and I are both like Linux nerds.
Yeah.
Joser. And then Boomer. And then users, just in case I add a social media functionality, which is not immediately done in, what's it called? Yeah, users. Man, let's go back to the Joser page. Simple setup. That we're going to use the default authentication backend. Okay. 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 Barrier token, because why not? I'm going to set up barrier tokens. Maybe I'll create a personal access path or something, because I want this to be self-hostable. It's AGPL licensed, but the idea is... Okay, now let's go one directory, run server. There's no app... I mean, there's no module named Boomer. Okay, well, let's... I'm just gonna go settings. Oh, it's Boomers. Django main thread. Okay. Oh. Your core URLs. Let's just ignore that for now. Let's just Just ignore that. I just want authentication setup. Okay. Oh, it's include. That's my silly self. Again, you get used to just vibe coding. Core URLs. Include. Oh, then function's already imported. Include. Aha. Okay, good. That's expected error. Make migrations. Migrate. Okay, now that port's already in use. Docker. I wish there was a Docker kill all. I need to just write my own Docker plugins or just kill all existing Docker containers. It's probably exists somewhere. Just put it on 0.0.0.0 port. Instead of 8,000, put it on port, I don't know. Hold on. Port 1,000. Yay! I can't put on port 1,000. Yeah, I forgot. It runs on port 9,000. Okay, it's on port 9,000. It's now in the allowed hosts. Core settings, allowed hosts. Let me do that again. 0.0.0.0.0. Okay, that's working. API/auth. User/auth users. Perfect. That is. What is the goal of the particular project? It really was just a kind of a troll project I built. It's called Boomer Bill, and the idea came to me when doing the standard free labor tech support that us nerds get to do. Fix this and fix that. And so I built a little calculator that lets me know exactly how much time I am wasting not freelancing or not building apps. So now I just need to essentially build an actual leaderboard for the boomers. Like right now the PWA works offline, doesn't actually track boomers. This is going to actually be, it's going to be PWA, and it may actually turn into a mobile app and definitely a CLI. because we're nerds. We need a CLI. And I'm probably going to be taking either the Rust CLI course, and then that'll be on my coffee code and cert course. But then again, that's not really, there's no Rust certification to my knowledge. If there is a Rust certification, I'll build the CLI in the Rust certification. I'm also going to be building my other app, which is, this is kind of a funny joke app, but it's similar in nature to an actual professional app I was building, which allowed me to track my time. I had to split into multiple sub-projects. Like, one is a quant self app called Nerd Time, and I may have to come up with a new name because Nerd Time has, I don't know if that domain exists. Hold on, let me just go see. Does domain exist? Where domains? It does the new domain. Nerd Time. Is there a Nerd Time domain? .dev? Exact match. Exact match. This is a tax write-off, okay? Okay. I'm buying this domain. Might as well, because I'm not for 3 years. It's going to be the professional time tracking software for nerds. Boomer Bill is going to be the trolley version versus not professional. Boomer Bill, okay, I may actually make Boomer Bill some sort of professional app later, because might as well with the domain. But Nerd Time, yeah, I've given me a $10 discount. Okay, how many domains do I have? I have too many. I probably should build a CLI tool, like a meta wrapper around all the domain management APIs, and then, like right now, my website billyburns.dev is just my personal blog. I have my own proprietary, for now, theme that I use on all my sites, my personal projects. Boomer Bill's using it, all of it's using it. So this is technically like fully open source, but I am going to open source the design, so people can use the theme in their projects eventually, because reasons. Okay. So, devlog, or is there a, should I put in the root of the project? There's a front end, devlog, and then put down the root of the project. Open the devlog. Oh, this is a AI generated slop. Yeah, Nerd Time is brilliant. Yeah, it's a good name. Yeah, there's a lot of good names. Also, I need to buy the other thing. Dracula.app. Unavailable. Dang it. For my Dracula butcher tracking app. Dracula blood sugar. DraculaBloodSugar.com. I don't want that live. What is that? Oh, let's go to ChatGPT, make sure that domain is available. Because too many... Let's go to my Dracula app. Are there any forks of it? There's no forks. Okay. Dracula Sugar Tracker.ca. There's .com. I don't want a .ca account. Why would I want .ca? Let's make sure. I'm gonna use Joey's spelling because my dyslexia, I'm probably spelling it wrong. That'd be an SEO nightmare. Okay, let's go with the .com. Not 3 years. 1 year. That's a duplicate. Remove. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So I got the domain for each version of these apps. I'm going to be building these in public, and, you know, the app is open source. And if someone wants to buy it, I'll have my own Insta fork it, then I'll sell out. Or maybe not. Okay, go back to my domains. 1, 2, 3.
So, have you set up the stream?
Yeah, I'm on the stream now. We're on stream now.
Okay.
Actually.
Want to catch up on things while you're getting things all set up?
Yeah, the stream, well, we've been streaming live, yeah. We're currently live now. The average stream viewer is one current viewer.
Who's the viewer right now?
There's one current viewer. Average viewer duration is 4 minutes and 14 seconds. That's not bad. There's like a weird delay. Hold on. In stream. Yeah, okay. Let's just move that back to the front end. No. That up. I really lost. Move that back to the front end. Dev blog.md. Okay. Yeah, that current viewer is probably you, Joey. Date, time. On. Oh. Oh, hold on. My D typo. Date time. Bold. Okay. Feet. Setup. Off. Basic off with Joser with default. Default. Abstract user model. Yeah, okay. I'm using Spectrum Development, and Spectrum Development is not just for AI. It's actually really useful for non-AI purposes. So actually, let's just define our specs now, should we? That's basically what the stream is going to be, is setting up the specs and then actually implementing the specs, and essentially me relearning Django without AI, so I can just keep on top of my Django game. Because AI it's removing the fun of coding. It's really removing the fun of coding. I want to use AI for the boring, redundant stuff, and I've gotten my agents and sub-agents really good. I haven't open sourced my agent and sub-agent workflow yet, but it allows me to essentially one-shot a Django backend for a client, and it's really nice. And if the client generates a mock-up with Claude, for example, I could take their mock-up with my sub-agent workflows, one-shot a front-end in Flutter or React Native, and then one-shot the Django backend with Joser and basic defaults Django authentication. I'm working on an infrastructure setup, but we'll be able to one-shot a Linux VPS Dockerized setup and one-shot the same setup mirrored over to fly.io, so it'll have the mirrored, the managed Postgres, the managed Redis, and the object storage. So backend global edge scale backend ready to go, or if they just need a VPS backend, the backend on the VPS ready to go. I'm going to have the infrastructure agent and sub-agents be able to do the same thing with the front end, so I'll be able to do the Netlify or whatever edge node web front end people want to use, ready to go. And I may actually create a Django. I have to learn this first. Before I can create the workflow, I can have to know it. But building this app in Django by hand, objectively just to keep my Django knowledge sharp. So therefore, I don't lose the ability to one-shot my clients' backends in Django. And then I'm going to do the same thing, relearn Flutter. I know more React and React Native now at this point. So I want to get really good at React and React Native again, just keep my skills as sharp as possible with that by building Flutter apps and React Native apps without AI. And then essentially get my templates, my stuff ready. I used an old Flutter template for this experiment, but it's not up to my standards yet, and that's partially because that template was old, and partially because my Flutter skills have atrophied. That's why I'm going to be relearning Flutter by building Dracula in public. And then my React Native skills, because I've been using React Native a lot. React Native is just React with extra steps, and that's been a lot of my freelancing. But I want to get my React Native and Flutter templates and sub-agents set up. We're going to have a template repo, and basically be able to, for my clients, after consulting and doing the specs and creating the specs, one-shot the back end, one-shot the front end, one-shot the marketing page, one-shot everything, so the client's just really happy. And clients never care about code quality until it costs them money, but for most of them, frankly, it will never cost them money. Just be able to set up on the VPS, make sure that just do a one-over pass over of the code, make sure it's good, and I'm telling it to follow the NASA rule of 10, so it doesn't do anything like any stupid stuff. I'm creating a lot of just like very long and large agent and sub-agent files where it will follow best practices for everything. And as a nerd, I love programming. I actually love doing this. Most people don't want to program, just want the product at the end of the day. That's all they care about. That's what freelance, and that's why I do think freelance dev jobs will almost be entirely killed by AI in the short run, but I can pivot to making money off of it by selling templates, by having sponsorware templates, by having whole workflows ready to go for people. So they come to me, they use their workflow, and then I could probably set up a OpenQual or NanoQual instance that has a ton of workflows set up ready to go, and then my devlog workflow, my developer workflow, and even I got this. Right now I'm using it internally. I'm going to open source it later. But what it does, it's a sub agent that with the agent, I have a rule set up for the AI agent where it follows spectrum development devlog workflow, which I do by myself, and then it takes those decision logs and devlogs and then repurposes it to create Twitter posts, Twitter threads, and Twitter posts, Twitter threads, LinkedIn posts, and blog posts. So, in theory, one day I could just, for my clients, set up this agentic workflow for them in a productized package service, and then have all these templates that they're licensing from me, which allows them to, AI agents to then use the workflow, one-shot their internal tool, go on the CI/CD pipeline to set up for the App Store if they want to sell a product, and I just license them my templates, my MPC files, my plugins, etc. Make something proprietary, make something open source, but there'll be a lead magnet for clients, and then my personal work, and I'll just, again, I will use AI for the things I don't like. But the things I do like, I'll be able to spend time on. I'll be able to spend time writing clean, good, beautiful code. I'll be able to spend my time on games that are actually fun to play, working on my art, and then I'll have the AI agents essentially, and I actually will write devlogs, my own opinion pieces and stuff, but a lot of marketing is very redundant anyway. Like, devlogs and changelogs are very redundant. Like, no one cares about the tone of the devlog. What they care about is why you did something, and I can easily take the draft, clean it up, voice over it, and then put it in my style, then throw it in my blog. I do want to actually get back to my writings with my philosophical writings and my stuff, and hopefully finish my degree one of these days. Well, this vlog is going for 45 minutes. Interesting. But yeah, the idea is essentially to have these templatized, productized AI workflows going, so I can just be the guy who sells the AI tooling agency. Oh, is that Joester? Optimize your code so it can... Oh, you're giving me a challenge. Optimize your code so it can fit into a single 1.44 megabyte floppy. Well, this is a web app, Joey, but for my games, challenge accepted. Okay? Also, let's think of some other dev challenges. Like, I want my games to be able to run on Nintendo 64 hardware, or either that or the emulator. So... yeah, I just, I love how, some developers, they, really optimize their web apps so it runs on a really, really, really low-end browser, like 15 megabytes or 15 kilobytes, or something like that for the JavaScript first download. And I'm like, that should be the standard, but most people don't do that. And I think the number one delineating factor for products going forward is going to be quality, and AI is not, it doesn't make good quality anything, it makes slop. And there is a use for slop. I mean, everyone has a content farm, but people try to make the content farm more personable and more like them. Okay. Dev. Okay. And we kind of went off script. Oh, hey, Lily Boo. For everyone who's going to watch this stream as a VOD, my dog is here, and she is wanting my low-carb, healthy dinner I made. Aren't you, girl? You're wanting my meat. No, yeah, you can't have my meat. Get on the... No, oh. That's what she wants. Here you go. Here we go. There we go. There's your chair. I was a horrible dog owner. I had something in the chair. And that something in the chair is something she was very upset about. Okay. Devlog MD. Okay. Okay. Go into boomers. For models. Okay. This, honestly, the backend, I don't think it needs anything fancy. We just need to know what the... Hold on. Let's open the Vim directory here. So the front end is mostly vibe-coded slop, but it works. I built this kind of as a joke, and then it actually got popular for a day. And so I'm going to be refactoring and optimizing the code so it works, but in view state, that's a view scripts, boomers.ts. Okay, so we just need a category, a name, session, so let me yoink this, yoink that, and then I thought I need a better keyboard. This gamer keyboard is irritating. view boomers. And then I need to create Django models. Oh, it's my NeoVim config. Okay, I'm using the default. I stopped using little. Stopped using fucking. I stopped using all my fancy keyboard layouts, and that skill atrophied. And I really want to get to the point where I was as good as I was before with the freaking AI. Okay, I need to boomers model v split, and then over here. What the hell? Okay, there we go. I just need to get back to using my tone limiter setup. Using default settings, okay. GC. Okay, so let me implement the. Should we just use tag to the category? So the boomer class boomer inherits from models.model. First, it'll have an ID. Okay. Name equals dot char field. ID is a string, but I don't want it to be a string in the DB. ID equals models dot UUID field. There we go. That works better. And then we can cast that. And then honestly, there we go. Could we just have a read-only list? No, it could be. Honestly, this is where Django list view comes up really nice. We'll add more stuff to that later. str return self.name. When you haven't done basic stuff in a while. Okay, hold on, let me just go see what the app actually does again, because I haven't touched this code in 2 weeks, well, 3 weeks, so I don't remember. Grammar bill. Okay, so we're logging categories of issues, and then the session is tied to a user and a category. Okay. Yeah, the session is start the session. We are recording the boomer. There's a boomer in question. There's a session points to a boomer ID, category ID, minutes, costs. Yeah, so that has to be a foreign key to the boomer, foreign key to that. and then we just start a session at times, and then we are going to have the calculations on average cost, average cost per boomer. So that why okay. So I'm gonna have the user and owned by and the session has to be owned by a user, and the user will have to have hourly rate, so we can calculate the cost, and we'll have some sort of like social media leaderboard functionality that will have stuff. Okay. So we don't need the meta. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's generic Django Python class thing. I needed to write a Django snippet system because I've been vibe coding way to hell too much. Like, my brain has gone complete to mush when it comes to coding. And I actually like coding. This is, you know...
Do you like to code for like a longer stretches of time?
Yeah, I actually like coding to the wee hours of the morning. I actually, like, it's creative work for me. I tried to be a professional artist, and the reason why I failed at that is I was bad at marketing. That's the reason why, like, story of my life, bad at marketing. But, a long story short, I mean, coding is fun, art is fun, game development is fun, all this stuff is fun. Dealing with people is not fun. And that's, like, the reason why I'm very bullish on OpenClaw, or maybe NanoClaw, as a general-purpose AI assistant. I don't have to deal with the people-y stuff of freelancing anymore. I can just work on my coding. I'm literally going to have my logs and devlog stuff. I will have my AI workflow for certain things. It's like, I don't enjoy writing tests, unless it's core business logic. All the edge cases, I just don't want to think of those. I will let the AI handle that. I will delegate the AI to that. I don't like writing marketing material. Oh, Joy has to go to bed? Yeah, Joy has to go to bed. I don't like writing marketing material. But I am practicing writing my personal blogs and devlogs, and I'm going to get good at it, and I'm starting to enjoy it. Like, you enjoy things that are hard enough to be a challenge, but not so insurmountable that it's punishing. There's a zone where it's fun. And as a result, why the hell did I have that copied over? That's stupid. That is actually stupid. No, I'm gonna use my own custom category system, because I'm going to see if I can integrate is there an API for it? Simple icons. Does this have an API? Does Simple Icons have an API? This is an API I would pay for. The Open Icons guy need to get on that and actually have a API. Extensions. At least there's some interesting libraries. Does it have an API? I can call it dynamically. Okay, no category. Okay. Name. I don't know. We're using snake basing because it's Python. Is default Boolean field. And this will probably be something really silly syntax-wise that I'm messing up. I want to return its name. Self dot. No, I just want its name. Keep it simple. And then. Okay, session is going to be the more difficult one to make right now because. Hold on. Do I really want separate users folder? No, I'm going to keep a separate users folder because that means I can have all the social media functionality network on here because I want a private forum. I want and a couple other stuff. So I'll keep separate users, but the main logic is in boomers. And then maybe I'll have an invoice functionality later, eventually. So you can invoice the boomer in question if the boomer actually I'll figure out how I'm going to do that. But I probably won't actually start billing the family members. Okay. We'll add session later. And why is this type not exported? AI coding. I'll have to port these categories over. No. I'm going to keep the data consistent across every. No. Okay, this is why I like Vue.js. Like, you're referencing. This is how you do two-way data bindings. It's really easy. It's like really easy to do two-way data bindings. This is a lot easier than React. I can probably port a lot of this logic right over to Python later on tonight when you and if you have to get off stream, I don't. If you have to leave the stream, I don't care. Select boomer. Do local storage. Remove. Key value pair. Type of window. Yeah. Include. Okay. Okay. Let's do a session. Class session. Need to get the user model. Get user. You know, there were snippets that I used that did that for me, and I don't remember how to install them, or what they were. How much of an amateur I was. Models.model. Boomer equals models dot foreign key. Boomer to unknown. Okay, you point it to Boomer, and then undelete cascade models of cascade. Undelete. Delete the cascade. No. Related name. Related name. Boomer. Stats. Boomer session. Okay. Okay. A winner. Hold on. Get model. Django. From user equals get user model. Run key user. Non-delete cascade. What should we call this? This is actually the hardest part of naming a good file. Victim. How do you spell victim? Okay. Models dot form key Boomer help type. This is just going to be a log of sessions. This just means a list view, and when the session's over, it will call. Post the API to create that. That makes sense. How many lines of code did I write? My goal is to get back to the habit of writing at least 100 lines of code a day, but starting with just a good old 50, and I'm halfway there. Minutes. I hate cap lock. Equals models dot int integer field boomer help cost. Boomer help, no, boomer help time. Cost. This is should be cost in cents. If it's integer, no, it shouldn't be integer field. It should be a. Oh, this is not. Yeah. No, I'll do it integer field. Integer field. It'll just be in cents. Cost in pennies. Cost in time. In seconds. And we'll just render this time in seconds on the front end somehow. Like, that's self-explanatory, okay? Date time field will help start. End. 3 lines of code and note equals models dot rich text. There's a rich text field. Oh, no, I remember that somewhere. Django rich text field. I don't want to add a third-party dependency. Native. Text field. Text field. Boomer help. Notes. Okay. The split views. Okay. I just need a model list view, a model view set for category, a model view set for boomer, and a model view set for sessions. And then I need to create a permission for is owner or read only. No. Okay, this is where the views are going to become a thing I have to design. Okay, I wrote 30 lines of code. It's 12:30 a.m. I got pretty close.
All right, Billy. I think I'm gonna head.
You're gonna head out? I'm gonna keep going, building my stuff. But
Again?
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Is my marketing going? Is the app idea even interesting to you though, Boomer Bill?
I like to see what it turns out into.
Because right now it's a simple PWA, and yeah. Yeah, this is this is good fun though. I'm rediscovering the joy of programming just without having to do anything. Just work on my existing projects. Well, I'll talk to you later, Joey. I'm ST, and Joey's in chat. He's having a good night. He's going to bed. I'm gonna keep building.
All right, Billy. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. And there's only one person in chat so far. Average duration, 6 views. Okay, we're technically above average. Yeah, and technically above average. Well, that's really sad. If the stream only had 6 views, is only needed to be above average in streamers. That tells me streaming is either really hard and most people don't get any views, or most people have no network and are just praying Discovery algorithm works. Probably not, but the way it works. Interesting. Let's just see. Let's see if I can get some more. Autism and Tech, start a community. I don't know. Put in the command line thing. Building. Making. Yeah, let's throw in some more throw it in some more communities. You gotta... Open source games will be a good streamed... Okay, guys, I'm thinking about ending the stream now so I can eat my food. And I may start it up momentarily again. Yeah. This is a good start of my stream. 6 people starting off. And I'll just be maybe building some more. I don't know. I've got to check my sugar. I gotta check my sugar, and I'll be back. Maybe I'll keep the stream going. Yeah, wait, bye.